Welcome back to I Miss Modern Baseball. My name is Aniruddh Nambudiri, the resident baseball expert here at WSUM. But for now, for this summer, the resident soccer expert also here at WSUM. I am joined by Prime Machine. Is that the name that's being thrown around for you, Will?
A nickname that I've not chosen and have not really owned, but I guess that's what people are calling me. So yeah, we'll work with it just for now. But yeah.
But yes, Will, thank you so much for joining in for a massive episode. Obviously, we are recording this on the 26th of June, so we are, again, we should probably contextualize, it's 5:35 p.m. right now in Madison, Wisconsin. The second slate of games for this game is about to start at 7 p.m., third slate for the day at 10 p.m., so we have only about 5 slates of games remaining before the World Cup knockout stages.
Oh, yeah.
Where do you think the World Cup knockout stages rank in terms of just like generally all of the sporting events in the world? You know, is it a Mount Rushmore event?
Yeah, I think it's a must-see television for anyone who's like a fan of sport. I mean, just to be clear, I'm a clueless American that doesn't know very much about soccer or all the different leagues, but I think that now's the time to get into it. You know what I mean? The best games have yet to be played, and you know, if you're really getting into it like during the group stage, I feel like it only gets better as it goes on.
Absolutely. And on our docket today, we obviously have our worst pre-tournament prediction, our best pre-tournament predictions, and then finally, the piece de resistance, the masterpiece, our World Cup bracket predictions, the official WSUM bracket predictions. I am going to put it out on a women's sake, even though these are not the opinions of the station. However, like always with I Miss Modern Baseball, we start with our most interesting person of the week. This is a person who tickles the fancy, tickles the mind of a person whenever they look at the week of sports. So, Will, since you're the guest, I'm going to let you go first.
Well, thank you. And my person of the week is someone who me and the rest of Timberwolves Nation will miss very dearly. This is Naz Reid, who was just packaged in the blockbuster trade to land us LaMelo Ball. A very exciting trade for Timberwolves fans, to be sure. It makes the Wolves have one of the most dominant backcourts in the league, I feel like, in terms of scoring. But in order to get that, we needed to give up a fan favorite for sure. One of the best six men we've ever had. Certainly our most popular bench player we've ever had in the Minnesota Timberwolves. So, I mean, person of the week is Naz Reid for sure.
Yeah, I mean, when I was looking at the Naz Reid trade, it's the Naz Reid trade in my eyes because of just how many Timberwolves fans I'm friends with. Also, the man with the nickname Naz Reid, you know, it's like that's about it. Naz Reid.
A very singular nickname.
the one and only. No one else can have that nickname anymore. But I mean, I'm happy for Timberwolves Nation. They get themselves a nice 1-2 backcourt, one of the best backcourts in the league. But it always sucks having to part ways with one of your own.
And he was glad to be in Minnesota, it seemed like, and you know, it's a shame that we had to package him in to contend, but I mean, it is what it is. That's the best I can do is honor him by giving him person of the week on this segment. So
absolutely. Well, it's time for my most interesting person of the week, and
Please.
This is actually going to be the segue into talking about soccer for the rest of this entire episode. We obviously had probably one of the results of the entire tournament. Obviously, now this group is done and dusted. We know that they've been eliminated from this tournament, but I got to give a shout-out to Curaçao.
Yeah.
I got to give a shout-out to maybe the greatest goalie performance in the history of the World Cup, Mr. Eloy Room, Mr. 38-year-old who's been playing for the Curaçao national team since 2014.
Oh my gosh.
Ever since their initial inception, he's been out there, and he had the most saves in a World Cup game, in a 90-minute World Cup game in history. So shout out to Eloy Room. That is absolutely my most interesting person of the week for a nation that I thought had absolutely no shot of getting a point in that group.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair. I mean, it's kind of amazing what these, I guess, teams that you wouldn't expect to do as well, like Curaçao, Cape Verde, it's been strong defensive performances, and I think that was a good pick for person of the week, honestly.
Absolutely, and this brings us on to our pre-tournament predictions, because I mean, I made mine on the air, but I mean, I know you had your own thoughts and feelings coming into this World Cup. So how would you say would you say you had like a good survey? Would you say you had a good record of this World Cup so far, or is
not bad? I mean, I hope this doesn't get me put on a government watch list, but I did not really pick the U.S. to make it to the round of 32. So I'm pleasantly surprised that they're at this point, but that's not something I necessarily expected. I expected Turkey to kind of take that number 2 spot. And I guess I expected more out of Belgium too. That's another pick that I made that I kind of it fell through. It didn't really hold up.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get into, obviously, that group. I think that's going to be one of the first that we talk about because we are going to be predicting the final 10 games we played so we can make our official bracket for WSUM. But, I mean, for this pre-tournament, I definitely was able to pick out some of, how some of the smaller teams did. But, oh, boy, we missed the boat on some of those big ones. So now we go to our worst pre-tournament prediction, the singular one that we look at and we're like, what were we thinking? And if I have the I guess, dishonor of starting and saying, I was listening to The Athletic. I was listening to their podcast on soccer, and they said you get one opportunity in your entire life to be fooled by Turkey at a tournament. And most people used it at Euro 2020. I chose to use it at World Cup 2026. And I was fooled. I was massively fooled. I predicted Turkey to go to the quarterfinals and lose to Spain in a close game. Mind you, I had them losing to Spain 1-0 in the last minute.
Oh, my goodness.
And they crashed out of the group stage.
Yeah, it's kind of been a disaster for them, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's definitely a team that I expected a lot more out of, for sure. Yeah, see, I can't necessarily say that just because you said it. I want to pick someone different. So I guess, I was sleeping on Ivory Coast, man. That is going to be my worst pick, because I guess I should have seen, the power that they displayed, It's unbelievable kind of what they've been able to do.
They're my boys. They're absolutely my boys. Shout out my boy, Jan Diamande, Mr. New Jersey high school soccer legend himself. Starring out for them. I mean, he's one of those, Ivory Coast is a team that I've adored, and that entire group is full of teams I adore except Germany, because those are...
Forget them.
Because they're too big, right?
No, they've had their chance.
They've had their chance. They won it in the 21st century, but Ecuador finally emerged as dark horses yesterday, finally. And then, obviously, the Ivory Coast, they have been out there. They've been dominating. They won AFCON. Not the last AFCON, but the AFCON before that after the World Cup. And ever since then, I was hooked on them. I think they're incredible. Going to be really excited to see how they do, obviously. But now it's time to give ourselves a little pat on the back, Will.
Oh, yeah.
What was your best pre-tournament prediction?
Best pre-tournament prediction, I mean, I got to say, from the beginning, I had faith in Norway, and I still have faith in Norway, and it's not the best pick of all time, you know what I mean? I'm still a clueless American, don't get me wrong, so if I offend anybody on these brackets, I don't know what I'm talking about, to be frank with you, but I guess my faith in Norway, that's my best pick. Holland is looking to be one of the best strikers, one of the best players in general in this entire tournament, and that can carry you really far.
Absolutely. I mean, I was also someone who, you know this, but I was also someone who was very high on Norway. I picked them to go to the semifinals, and Holland looks great, doesn't he? He looks so good.
He looks really good.
Obviously, we are recording this after the France result, where they lost. But again, that's one of those results where I'm willing to chalk it up to just them benching all their players.
Yeah.
I don't know about you about
they
that.
They were not playing full speed from what I could see. And I think that makes a lot of sense. You don't want to risk any more injuries to this team. You don't want to be hindered going into it. You want to be at full strength. And you don't want to waste all your energy trying to beat France in the group stage.
Absolutely.
You got to save it for the actual tournament.
I absolutely agree. Well, my best pre-tournament prediction is, if you want to call this my best pre-tournament prediction, it was more because instead of going against the grain, I stuck to the grain. I never didn't believe in this Argentina team.
Yeah,
this Argentina team, I've been saying since the start, is probably one of the top 2 favorites on this entire tournament for me. Over France, over Spain.
Wow, over France and Spain?
Because, they never went anywhere. In South American qualifying, they conceded 5 goals. And that's running the entire gauntlet of CONMEBOL. And they did really well. They topped that group easily. And now they've come into this World Cup, and they have looked incredible. Obviously, off the backs of the GOAT, the greatest player of all time, Lionel Messi. He's still there, isn't he?
Yeah, he looks as good as ever. I think I'm putting him on watch to break a lot of these records, coming up into the game because, there's that one match he had, one of his first matches he played, like he had 4 goals and then they took him out of the game. He could have gone for 5 goals total. And I think there's going to be a lot of games where he's just going to get into the box and really make these teams pay.
Yeah, he has been the focal point of a team where, the whole problem that people had with Argentina was their attack. They didn't have someone like a Sergio Aguero or a Gonzalo Higuain from earlier years, but they're now coming in, and Messi's just like, put it on my back. I got y'all. And he's got them absolutely. So, Argentina, they were my pick to win this tournament, and I think it's looking pretty solid for me, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. I think that's not out of the realm of possibility, honestly.
Well, now we get to the bulk of what this rest of the show is going to be, and that's going to be our individual bracket predictions for the World Cup. I'm guessing you are filling a different bracket. I am filling a different bracket.
Yeah, a little bit.
Absolutely. So we will kind of speed run through these first 10 games because we don't want to talk about the group stage anymore. We're done with that.
We're done with that. We're on to the big leagues now.
Yeah, we're going on to Thursday, Friday. They're not days. They don't matter. Saturday. Saturday is when things get really interesting.
Oh, yeah.
So let us start with Group G. New Zealand, Belgium, what you got as a score? Because the scores actually matter now is the thing, because we're talking about goal difference here.
Oh, man. Does New Zealand get one? I'm trying to think. I really don't know if they do, but, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm saying Belgium 3-1.
I'm going to go
4-1.
Okay. I'm going to go 0-0 draw.
0-0 draw.
I don't think this Belgium team's good.
Okay. They are mediocre, but New Zealand is terrible, in my opinion.
This is true, but my whole thing that I'm going through in this entire tournament is Belgium does not look like they have an attack. Okay. They just do not look like they have an offense. And you don't win games without an offense. That's why Ecuador struggled in the group, is because they're incredible defensively. They don't have an offense. And Jeremy Doku, bless his heart, he's not looked great.
Nope.
So, you know what? I'm going to go against the grain.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that this is a 0-0 draw.
Okay, because I like your boldness.
Because then going into Egypt versus Iran, Egypt has 4 points. So this is all still very much to play for between all these teams.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a simple 1-1 draw.
Really?
I think another draw to finish this group. So where it comes to right now is Belgium is moving to the third place playoffs.
Okay. Yeah. That wouldn't shock me. That certainly wouldn't shock me. I think between Egypt and Iran, I'm giving the slight edge to Egypt here just because, really only because of Mo Salah or a hype moments, to be honest with you. So I'll give them a 2-1, but I wouldn't be shocked if they drawed.
Yeah. So that would obviously lead to, in my at least version of it would be Egypt and Iran getting the automatic prediction with Belgium moving into the third places. Is that where it is for you as well?
Yeah, that's where it is for me.
All right, Group H, this is the Spain, Uruguay, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia group. This is a really fun one because it obviously has the Uruguay-Spain match. Let's just talk about it. Let's go do it.
Yeah, this is going to be a shockingly competitive game, I feel like. It's... I hate to be boring, but it's just gut feeling I think it's going to be Spain, but I think it's going to be a little bit of a shootout, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be 3-2 Spain.
All right. I am actually on a different length here.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because I think this Uruguay team has been up and down. They drew Saudi Arabia, which automatically makes me doubt things because Saudi Arabia and Qatar are both teams that sort of don't perform as well as they do in the World Cup as they do in the Asian Cup. So that makes me think that Spain is going to take this quite easily for 2-0.
Okay, yeah.
And it also makes me want to pick Cape Verde to win 2-0.
Yeah, that would not shock me either. Honestly, I think that's good. They're on the rise. They got more to play for. They're going to play with more intensity. Yeah, they could win 2-0 for sure.
Yeah, but here's the problem I have right now. is Uruguay has 2 points in the group now after all of this.
Mm-hmm.
So that means there's no shot they make the play. Make the bracket.
No, not really. But it's like I think Spain might be playing with a lot less intensity, I guess, which is why that I think it might be closer. But it's like I wouldn't be shocked if they just stomp them.
This is very true. But like, this Spain team is so good. The Spain team is so good.
Yeah.
Like Lamine Yamal is also back now as well.
Okay,
Like he's 100%.
But will they play him? Though?
Will they play him is the question.
I don't think they take that risk and play him.
That is very true. Yeah. I mean, we don't have the lineups. Lineups
That's true.
get announced.
We don't have the lineups yet.
Yeah, if we could wait 10 minutes and the lineups come out, but we want content for you folks.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
want this
we're,
out
We're
for
on
you.
the case right now.
But where I have the group right now is Spain, Cape Verde, Uruguay, Saudi Arabia. What does it look like for you, Will?
It's the same for me. It's the same. I think this group is all but decided, in my opinion.
I would tend to agree.
Yeah.
I would tend to agree. It just matters how much Uruguay gets out of it and if they're able to move it on to the third place, which doesn't look like
I don't know. I think Cape Verde got this, honestly.
I pray, I hope, in fact. I want Cape Verde to have this.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Let's move to Group J, a.k.a.
right.
the Messi group.
Okay.
Algeria, Austria in a World Cup knockout game is a tale as old as time. also called 1982.
Oh my god.
So
yeah, throwback.
Algeria versus Austria. What you got?
Honestly, see, I'm not really like super enthused about any of these teams. I'm not gonna lie, but I think I'm honestly going a 1-1 draw, to be honest with you. Like it's not really inspiring football being played by either side, to be honest with you. So I think it's going to be a mid-off, for lack of a better term.
Will, for the first time in this exercise, I have the exact same result as you.
That's good. That's good. I know what I'm talking about, folks. I'm not BSing.
These are just two teams that are as good as each other. And
Yeah.
like sometimes that's like that's why the World Cup group stage is like, you know, like I watch all the games because I just like watching them. But like
Yeah.
you don't need to watch all the games to know that Algeria and Austria are the exact same team,
Yeah,
basically.
they're functionally the same. They're just fillers.
Yeah, they have the exact same. Again, they start with an A, they end with an A. They have a bunch of letters in the middle.
Exactly.
You know, and time to go to another team that starts with an A and ends with an A, but it's slightly better.
Yeah.
Even with Argentina playing their B team, I think this is still going to be just
Oh,
like a nice 1-0 win.
Yeah, this is gonna be a 1-0 win, maybe a 2-0 win, in my opinion. I mean, it's gonna be wraps. You know?
Yeah, it's just they're going to play the B team, but it's going to look solid.
Mhm.
Everything's going to look fine.
Yeah,
Maybe Messi gets a goal.
maybe.
Maybe
Yeah.
they like put him on at like the 70th minute and like just like go chase it.
Just go ahead and get one more.
Yeah. All right, Group K and then Group L. Those are the final two groups.
Sounds good.
And then we have DR Congo versus Uzbekistan, which these are two teams I love, and one of them is not going to be able to go through, and that's awful for me.
Yeah.
But what you got, Will?
Man, yeah, it's a shame that Uzbekistan was kind of on the receiving end of Ronaldo's like upswing, and you know he just kind of ripped their hearts out a little bit in that one. But I mean, I'd say probably DR Congo has this 2-0, 2-0.
I would tend to agree. I'm going
Yeah.
to give Uzbekistan one, though, because I think
Fair.
they're much better than this.
Yes,
I think they
are.
just are.
You're playing for pride at this point. I wouldn't be shocked if they got one.
Yeah. And then this Colombia-Portugal game, this is like the most obvious 1-1 draw in my head.
I would tend to agree as well. You know, it'll be 1-1. Maybe somebody gets like a lucky goal, like an errant goal, and it's
This is screaming, ball gets played into the box after a corner kick, and someone gets their leg on it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, some errant goal like that. So maybe I could see either team really like coming out ahead 2-1.
Yeah.
But it's hard to say, so I would agree with you and just keep it 1-1.
So then what we have right now is Colombia and Portugal with, hey, DR Congo sending themselves
Shout
right
out to
through.
them, man. Like for
Dr.
real.
Congo. This is what the doctor ordered. Shout out Dr. Congo, really.
Dr. Congo.
And also, hey, now they have their mascot back as well. You know, Lumumba is going to be in the stands. Vibes are going to be good in Kinshasa.
Hey, yeah.
Everything's going to be good.
Yeah, I love to see that.
And then final group for the World Cup before the bracket begins. Panama versus England, Ghana versus Croatia. And I'll tell you where my third place is right now, just to make things a little spicier.
Okay.
Croatia has 3 points.
Okay.
Belgium has 3 points. One of them is in, one of them is out.
Oh, really?
So if Croatia gets a result here, a draw or a win against Ghana, Belgium's out of the World Cup.
Interesting, man. Well, for my preferences, I guess I would prefer for Croatia to be in ahead of Belgium. I think I agree with you that this Belgium team does not really deserve a spot. So that's what I want to have happen. Will that actually happen? I'm not certain of that.
Yeah, the easier game to predict is this Panama England game.
Oh yeah,
this is 2-1, right?
This is a bounce back game for England. It's a good opportunity for them to kind of be like, hey, we can score. We can score a goal, and maybe we could score a goal that isn't attributed to Harry Kane. Maybe. Maybe they could score a goal like that, but I guess it remains to be seen.
Yeah, again, this is that Ghana game was very similar. Even though Cape Verde is, I'd say, a better team than Ghana. Yeah. Because again, Ghana didn't qualify for AFCON. How do you not qualify for AFCON? But, I would say the Cape Verde's team is better. But it's a very similar result to that Cape Verde-Spain game where, the next game, the big team just, locks in. And they're just okay, yeah, we're a good team. Why are we playing
exactly.
this?
It's they're playing down a little bit. But it's I'm honestly, I know this Ghana team isn't really, they've kind of been looked at as these, fluky wins. But I think this is a team that could really have some lucky breaks and have strong defensive performances coming up, even if they haven't played to that level in the past. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not opposed to Ghana bringing down a few more games than expected.
Yeah, that leads to the final game of the group stage: Ghana versus Croatia. If Ghana gets Ghana, Ghana basically needs to hope that they get something out of this game to confirm their spot. But I think where I'm at right now is, this is a 0-0 draw.
I honestly agree. I agree. I would love to believe that they could get a lucky goal, I guess, to push it over. I believe they can get stops, and I don't think there's any denying about their defensive ability, their keeper's ability. But I don't know. I agree with you. It'll be 0-0.
Yeah, and that leads to what happens in the knockout stages, where Belgium is out. And that means they're out of the tournament. So, do you want to go through who your 8 third-place teams are, if you can?
Okay.
Or how about I go through mine whilst you?
Yeah. This app is being ridiculous. Just go ahead.
So we're using a predictor app that allows us to go game by game, but also collates it because creating the bracket by ourselves was quite crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
We would have to factor in way too many tiebreakers and things like that for ourselves, so we have an app that created it. My 8 third-place teams are Sweden, DR Congo, Ecuador, Bosnia, Croatia, Algeria, Paraguay, and Senegal.
Okay, that sounds right to me. I'm just trying to make sure I pick the right one and I don't say the wrong country. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, all right. For me, I have Ecuador. Wait, it's not giving me the third place. Oh my god.
Oh my.
This is a disaster. Oh no. Sim2026.com, please save me. Please.
Sim2026.
This is so sad. Oh no. Okay. Honestly, for simplicity's sake, I'm gonna just agree with you on the on the third place teams, and in general, I think we had a similar list anyway. So
fair enough. Yeah.
Oh, man, it's a bit shaky here today, folks. Anyway,
when the apps don't cooperate, what are we supposed to do, right? But now moving into the round of 32. So my first game of the round of 32 is Germany versus Paraguay.
Okay.
What do you have as your first rounds?
My first rounds, if the app gave me the actual third places, that would be sick.
Okay, you know what? So then let's fill out the bracket together.
Yes. Yeah. Let's just do it. Let's just do it together.
Yeah,
you know,
let's do it together.
It's a collaborative effort.
Power
you know?
of friendship.
It's the power of friendship. The power of friendship is saving me right now.
The power of friendship here at WSUM.
I mean, surely Germany, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they've underperformed, but you know they can still put together like solid games.
Absolutely. I will say this Paraguay team tends to play up. That's I'd say the major problem with Paraguay is that they play down way too much. So I would not be surprised if this is like 0-0 going to penalty shootout. But I'm going to pick Germany as well.
Yeah. Okay.
France versus Sweden. France versus a team that should
Barbecue
not
chicken.
be here. They should not be here. Why is Sweden at this tournament? They got 1 point in qualifying. They got 1 point in European qualifying.
Bro.
But they got in through the Nations League. The best part of soccer is the Nations League.
Yeah, this is gonna be barbecue chicken in my opinion. It's just like France by like a billion, or a billion being like 3 or 4 goals.
Yeah. This is... I don't want to say this is going to be ugly. This is going to be ugly.
This is gonna be totally ugly. I don't have the knowledge, but it's like
I will happily swallow my words if Sweden wins, but I'm thinking this is ugly.
I wouldn't happily swallow them, but I would swallow them, I guess.
Yeah. South Africa versus Canada. This is actually the matchup that's going to happen. This is a hard one.
This is a tough one. Gut reaction. I'm thinking South Africa 2-1.
To continue the vibes.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I think this is the one where it could be like a slight upset, you know what I mean? So I guess I'm just gonna take the risk and pick South Africa. We'll see how it goes.
So I'm tending to pick Canada.
Yeah.
Which means
Yeah.
we go to coin flip.
Yeah, we have the Indian rupee.
We have the 10 rupee coin where I'm gonna say Canada has this because Canada avoids playing South Korea. And if they played South Korea in LA, you might as well call that an away game because of the amount of South Koreans there are in LA. So, I mean, that's generally what it is. So,
Yeah, fair enough.
tell you what, heads is South Africa because you said it first. Tails is Canada.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
That sounds good to me. I'm just laughing at the fact I might ruin this entire bracket like in the first round. Okay. What was it?
And we got it's head.
Oh.
So that means South Africa is moving through via coin flip.
Oh boy.
Tell you what, we'll call the coin flips penalty shootout.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we'll say that the
Yeah.
game goes to penalty shootout. I think that
that-
makes too much sense in my head.
It makes way too much sense. Come on.
Netherlands versus Morocco. Tough break for Netherlands.
Yeah,
Tough break for
tough break for Netherlands. Morocco has this.
I
for
would
sure.
I would say yes. They've looked better than I thought they would, Netherlands, but Morocco is one of maybe the 5 best teams in the world right now, I'd argue.
Honestly, they're a little bit underrated, in my opinion.
Yeah. For a team that went to the semifinals of the World Cup last time, we really don't talk about them enough.
Not really. I mean, I get they're not the flashiest team ever, but they're very balanced, in my opinion.
So solid.
A very balanced attack. Yeah, I think they got it over the Netherlands, for sure.
Portugal versus Ghana up next.
I would love to pick Ghana, but I can't ruin this bracket anymore, so I'm picking Portugal.
I would pick Portugal over here. I really want Ghana to pull out the result. I think there's a world where they do.
It's
but
not impossible.
It's not impossible, but it's Portugal.
Yeah.
Now to maybe the easiest prediction on this entire bracket. We have Spain, the favorites of the tournament, taking on Austria.
Oh man, Austria, this will be ugly. I'm not even gonna say this is gonna be ugly. This will be an ugly game. Spain by a billion.
This time probably.
Yeah. Probably Spain 3-0.
Yeah.
Maybe 2-0.
You know they auto-predict scores for you as well because you can put in individual scores, but it doesn't really matter for the knockouts.
Okay, I see.
So they automatically predicted Spain 3-0 to Austria, but yeah, I mean Lamine Yamal versus the Austria defense that's a scary sight.
It might make it must-see television just to see what he can do to them.
Truly, right? You just whenever you see those videos of Pele destroying the people in the group stages of World Cups, it's just fun to watch because it's just he's just doing stuff.
Exactly.
The United States, they face Bosnia. This is
Okay.
a matchup that was decided long before. This is actually probably decided last week.
Okay,
This is
yeah.
the first matchup. What are your thoughts?
Man, honestly, like, I think there is a world where the U.S. just kind of collapses and doesn't really meet the moment, and like Bosnia really gets like a shocking win over them. I don't think we're living in that world currently.
Absolutely.
I think the United States, this is their best chance at a run. I think that they beat Bosnia, not comfortably, but convincingly enough. I would say probably United States 2-1.
Yeah, plus the hometown vibes and everything. Obviously, it kind of shattered yesterday against
a little
Turkey, but this U.S. team is definitely better than this Bosnia team. I think this is a Bosnia team that is a lot younger, and I think they're going to be back. Shout out to Bosnian turncoat agent Asmir Bayraktarevic from Appleton, Wisconsin,
Oh my gosh.
playing for the Bosnian national team. He will absolutely be looking across and being like, didn't I play with you in high school? I think I saw you like down the road or something.
On the pitches of Appleton, no
Yeah.
less.
Moving on, Egypt versus Senegal, Afghan versus Afghan. This is gonna be fun.
Bro, Egypt for sure. I think I'm higher. I think I'm higher on Egypt than most people are. But I think this won't be a convincing win. I think I would just give Egypt the edge, honestly, and that's like a gut reaction, to be honest with you. I don't know all that much about either team.
Fair enough. I'm gonna send this to coin flip.
Really?
Because I am
You're
gonna
picking
predict Senegal.
Seriously? Oh my gosh! All right.
Senegal should have won Afghan.
Okay.
Senegal, in fact, won Afghan, but then Morocco won it via email. So, I think the Senegal team is really good. In my original bracket prediction, I had them playing Morocco in a rehash of the Afghan final, which is maybe the most controversial game in the last 10 years.
Okay. Yeah.
But you know what? This is going to go to coin flip. Let's say, again, since you predicted first, let's go heads, Egypt, tails, Senegal.
Sure.
All right, up in the air. We have tails. So Senegal will go through to face the United States.
All right. Oh my goodness.
Brazil versus Japan. This is going to be a really good match.
This will be really good. I think out of the first round, this probably will be the closest. Yeah, it's going to be must-see television. I'm going to give the edge to Brazil, just barely. I think Japan could certainly flip this. I think a lot could go in their favor, but come on. Like Brazil's attack is just too dynamic. It's too spectacular. I would probably pick them to win 3-2.
We have another coin flip.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
So
for
here's
this one.
why.
Yeah.
Japan beat Brazil in a friendly in Japan, I think, in 2024.
Okay.
And I genuinely think the Japanese team is really good. They are a buzzsaw. They work so well together as a unit. And that makes me want to say heads is Brazil, tails is Japan.
Okay.
Let's flip to see what it looks like. What do you think?
That sounded like tails right there.
You heard wrong. Brazil will go through in a hard-fought battle with Japan into the quarterfinal, into the round of 16. Sorry, the round of 32 is
Okay.
now. Hey.
Hey.
Ivory Coast versus Norway. These are two of your boys right
I
now
know, I
going at
know.
it.
This one I'm also tuning into for sure. But it's surely Norway. Surely.
Surely. Right?
I mean, I think Holland has looked as good as he has ever looked. And I think that he's just using this game as a momentum builder. And, it's unfortunate that Ivory Coast has to go out like this, but at least they're going out to a really good team.
Yeah, this is going to be a close game. I think if any team has like a really good shot at containing Holland, it would be a team like the Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
Just really physical, really good, really solid unit. I think he's still going to break through and score score a goal or two.
Yeah.
I would give this to Norway.
Yeah.
Mexico versus Ecuador. Mexico with the hometown advantage, kind of. That makes this game really interesting because Ecuador finished second in CONMEBOL qualifying.
Yeah. I think if anybody could beat this Mexico team, it would be Ecuador. I think they are a very strong team. With that being said, like the hometown advantage, and just the fact that this Mexican team like looks very balanced. It looks like they could just like score from any point, and I don't know, they could be dominant. So I'm gonna pick Mexico.
I would tend to agree. This, when they play in the Estadio Azteca, when they play in that stadium, they look unbeatable. That stadium moves in such a way where it's just like no team in the world can come in here and beat them. And that makes me want to say that's Mexico versus Ecuador game. Wouldn't be shocked if this goes to penalties. Wouldn't be shocked at all, but I think this is Mexico. England versus DR Congo. Shout out DR Congo, but they don't got this, right?
But like, unfortunately, I think it's got to be England.
I would tend to agree. And then in the same breath, Argentina versus Cape Verde.
Yeah.
This is.
But like in my gut though, like, will one of these games like be like a random upset? You know what I mean? Like, will this just like cook everybody's bracket, and then like one of these teams says, we're gonna fight, we're gonna dig deep, and we're gonna upset some of these favorites. Like, I don't know. Hopefully not Argentina. I don't think that's the least likely option.
I think that's the least likely one. I think there's a world where Sweden beats France, weirdly enough, because like just if you have Alexander Isak and Victor Gyökeres, you're just gonna do well because those are two Premier League strikers. Like, you can just do well with that. But I really hope that this is a good Cape Verde performance more than anything. That's what I'm rooting for.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be Argentina in my head.
Definitely. I can't pick against them.
Australia versus Iran. Very interesting matchup. These are two teams that are almost the exact same in my head.
Yes, definitely. I think, man, it's this Iran team. I think, despite like all of the external factors like against them, they have to get on flights. Their legs are not as fresh. They're flying back and forth, like into and out of the U.S., and they're still performing. And just that it's almost like they have like a little chip on their shoulder because they're kind of going through like I guess
the worst conditions.
The worst conditions possible, and they're still rising to the moment for the most part. So for me, I give Iran the slight edge.
I would tend to agree. I think this Iran team has also looked a little better than this Australia team. I mean, we were watching the game yesterday with Australia. We were watching it together, and just like they looked all right.
They look fine.
They just look fine.
It's just, I think Iran has the better chance to dig deep.
Final two games of the round of 32, Switzerland versus Algeria. These are two of the exact same teams.
Yeah, this is another one where it's like you could genuinely flip a coin and like either result is more likely. I guess I'm slightly partial to Switzerland, but it's like I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if Algeria just like takes it from them.
The Swiss have looked good. You know what? Just because you call it a coin flip, I'm gonna pick Algeria.
It is, man. That's fair.
Flip.
Like, let's do it.
Because head is Switzerland. Imagine if it was Spain.
Imagine.
Tails is Algeria. Here we go. We have tails. So Algeria will be going through and into our final round of 32 game. They will be facing the winner of Colombia versus Croatia. Tough draw for Colombia.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I really don't. I don't have many thoughts on this game, unfortunately.
Me neither. These are two teams that have just looked fine.
Yeah, they both looked all right.
I kind of want to just pick Colombia just for fun.
And that was my gut feeling, like, to pick Colombia. So should we just do that and have that be our hot take?
I think, you know what? Colombia. Colombia is going to knock out the back-to-back semifinalists of the World Cup because Mateo Kovacic and Luka Modric are a combined age of 90. They run like my grandfather.
They're hanging on for dear life. My goodness.
So that sets the round of 16 for some incredible matches because I decided to pocket this from you. Our first round of 16 game is Germany taking on France.
Yeah, this is going to be, I think, France having as deep of a team as they do is really going to help them in these later rounds. And I think that I'd be shocked if Germany got one over on them. I'm picking France.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with how they've looked, Ousmane Dembele is heating up.
Yeah.
Former Ballon d'Or winner, heating up. That's a scary sight.
It's really scary.
That's a scary sight. South Africa versus Morocco. Tough draw for South Africa, obviously. But
yeah, definitely. But I think Morocco has it.
I think Morocco has it, and that sets up France versus Morocco for the quarterfinal. That is what we're talking about.
God. Yeah,
that's a World Cup game.
That would be cinema. That would be absolute cinema.
Portugal versus Spain. For the narrative.
For the narrative.
Does Ronaldo knock out the favorites?
I mean, if there was a way for him to silence the most doubters possible, this would be the way to do it. Like, do I think he is going to do that? I'm very skeptical of that because the Spain team just looks so complete, especially in comparison to the Portugal team. So I'd pick Spain, personally.
I think I'm going to pick Spain, but there's a part of me that wants to flip this coin for content.
For content, do we do it, though? Like,
do we? No, I think I'm just gonna take Spain.
Probably not.
I'm not that much of a Ronaldo guy to do it. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm
Spain
afraid
is
not
better.
either. It's like 60-40, but
yeah.
Yeah.
United States versus Senegal, though, they're going to be facing the winner. They're going to be facing Spain. So the U.S. get through. Congratulations. You have to face Lamine Yamal.
Just everybody at home, just enjoy this moment of us being in the tournament because we do not really stack up as well with
enjoy
these
your
later
Stephen
teams.
A. Smith takes of like, we're going to win the World Cup. No, you're facing Lamine Yamal.
No, I'm afraid not. The U.S. does not have the talent ceiling to compete with some of these later teams, but I do think they are talented enough to beat Senegal. So I guess I'm picking them.
You know, the hosts do quite well at World Cups, and I think it would be really funny to pick the United States. I am going to send this to coin flip, though.
Yeah, okay.
Because I really like the Senegal team.
Yeah.
So heads will be the United States, tails will be Senegal, because if I put U.S. at tails, they'll deport me. It's heads! The United States go through. Congratulations!
Yes. Congratulations.
You have a one-way date to Lamine Yamal. Brazil versus Norway. This could be a game of the tournament, couldn't it?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I hope this is an actual matchup that we get to see. I mean, listen, this is a hard one to pick for me, honestly.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to be too much of a homer for Norway, but it's like I think they slightly have the edge over Brazil, in my opinion. It's like really close for me personally. So I could be convinced to just like switch over to Brazil. Honestly, it's that close. I'm picking Norway.
I'm picking Norway.
Yeah.
Erling Haaland has looked incredible, and sometimes it does just come down to who has the best player.
Mm-hmm.
And the best player is Erling Haaland.
Yes.
So I think it's going to look good.
That'll be the truth for a lot of these matchups.
Mexico versus England. This is going to be a fun match, I think, because I think Mexico's still going to be playing in hometown.
Yeah.
I think semifinals, quarterfinals onwards is when the international games stop.
Lives will be lost in the audience of this game, I feel like.
Yeah. What do you got?
Man, I feel like England as a team, if they can really click, they're very good. But I think that teams that are quote-unquote worse than England seem to have their number. And a team as balanced as Mexico, they can scheme for Harry Kane. They can scheme for anything else that they decide to do. I feel like this Mexican team has it. I'm picking Mexico over England.
You know what, Will? I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yes.
This Mexico team has looked incredible.
They're great.
They look incredible. Teams don't just get 9 points out of 9 at the World Cup. They don't just do that. That has to be legit. And with the hometown vibes, with the hometown tournament, this seems like the right group of people. For Mexico, that was always the issue. It always seemed like it just wasn't the right people at the tournament. This seems like the right people at the tournament. Mm-hmm. And I think that's going to lead to Norway versus Mexico in the quarterfinals for what could be a hell of a game.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it seems like we're just picking the games that we really want to see,
yeah.
But it's also like I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with wanting a fun tournament.
Yeah, seriously.
Argentina versus Iran. Fair play to Iran, but they're not doing this, are they?
Nah.
I mean,
Argentina has it.
All the jokes about Lionel Messi getting an easy quote unquote path to the tournament. He does get to face Iran, so you know what? He gets an easy matchup going into the quarterfinals, and then Algeria versus Colombia to round out the round of 16.
Yeah. Gut feeling. I think Colombia has this.
I would agree.
Yeah.
These are two teams that I think are going to look at this and being like, we went to the quarterfinals of this World Cup?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to say.
More than happy to be here. Oh my God, we did this. So we go to the quarterfinals. We've done 45 minutes of this, so now we're getting to the home stretch here.
Oh, yes.
France versus Morocco.
Okay, man. Fair play to Morocco, but like I said before, I think the depth on France is really going to help them here, and I don't know. Hopefully they can just contain some of this explosive Morocco offense, but I think I would pick France.
Heads is France.
Wow.
Tails is Morocco.
That'd be quite the upset.
Let's see. Jesus. Oh, Will. Morocco's going to the semifinals of the World Cup.
Hey, man, fair play, fair play.
Morocco has done it. They're going to the semifinals over France.
Oh, my gosh. The slander for Mbappe would be ridiculous if that happened.
All this talk of him going to break the Miroslav Klose record to be knocked out in the quarterfinals by Morocco.
Oh, my goodness.
Just before the Spain versus the United States.
And Spain, come on. Do we even need to talk about this, man?
Yeah.
Like, the Cinderella story ends here, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's fine.
If someone goes on TV in the United States and says, "Oh, this was a failure that we lost 6-0 to Lamine Yamal,"
then they know less ball than me, which is shocking in my opinion. But anyway,
but yeah, that sets up Morocco versus Spain for a great semifinal. Norway versus Mexico.
Oh my gosh, I'm very torn. I'm very, very torn on this.
These are two more of your boys. These are just two of your boys right now.
I know. These are two of my favorite teams in the tournament. Honestly, I think considering that this is Haaland's first World Cup, like, you would think that he would rise to the occasion, and, players usually do, but, maybe that inexperience gets him here. And I think just barely I'm picking Mexico over Norway.
Go to the semifinals of the World Cup.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to send this to coin flip because I picked Norway to go to the semifinals.
Okay, yeah.
But, wow, that's... The fact that one of these teams can go to the semifinals of the World Cup, and it's like...
I would love that.
It would be awesome. So heads would be Norway. Tails will be Mexico.
Okay.
Jeez. Nearly hit me, but didn't see it. Here we go. Norway will be going to...
Fair play.
The semifinals of the World Cup.
Oh, yeah. I would love to see that.
Yeah. The flips have been going... Weirdly enough, the flips have been going 50-50 this entire
It has
time.
been about 50-50. And, like, some of these flips that, like, you have won and I have won, I'm like, how did I win this flip? Like, and I almost regret picking against it a little bit, but anyway.
Quarterfinal matchup before the semifinals. Argentina versus Colombia. Colombia, probably the worst team here.
Yes.
Probably fighting with the United States for being the worst team here, but...
Yeah, definitely. I think... I don't know. It's just the nature of the matchups. You know what I mean? You could replace Colombia with even like the matchups that they had a couple rounds before, and it would probably be the same result. I think Argentina, like you said, kind of gets a little bit of an easy. It doesn't mean that they're not a great team. I think they're still a great team, but they do get a considerably easier path to the semifinal.
I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo, if you wanted to stop Lionel Messi from going to the tournament, all you had to do was win your group, because guess who won your group and is in the quarterfinals?
Yes.
Colombia.
Exactly. Just win your group. These group stage games, they matter a little bit,
Yeah, because Argentina winning all their group games means that they can go get a nice little easy walk to the World Cup semifinals, where now we are. Final two matches: Morocco, Spain, Norway, Argentina. Those are some great games.
Those are great games. Oh my gosh, man. I guess I would go Spain and then Argentina.
I would agree.
Yeah.
So Spain and Argentina both taking down what I would say are two very good semifinalists. Two semifinalists that are both
very strong.
And Norway making it here in their
That'd be
first
something.
in their first World Cup in ages. That's an incredible success. I would look at this and be like, we can win the World Cup next time.
Totally. They could totally win next time. I think I'd be really shocked if that happened this time, honestly.
Yeah.
But Yeah, they have that upside.
And also, we get like a nice little variety of teams. 2 UEFA teams, 1 Afghan team, 1
Yeah.
CONMEBOL team. We get a few representations from across the entire world. To now where we get Spain versus Argentina in the final.
Oh man.
Have you ever seen the picture of Lionel Messi bathing Lamine Yamal?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's what this final is.
Oh man. I think I guess I'm gonna be a Messi glazer because I just think he does it. I think he goes back to back, and this tournament has been all about him proving that he is the best to ever do it. He's the best in the world. With each passing win he gets more and more momentum, and I think it's just easier for him to get to the end of this and say, I won back-to-back World Cups. Who can say that they've done that? And I don't know. Argentina has all the momentum on their side to do this. So I would pick them.
The only person who can say that is the man who most people think was the GOAT before Lionel Messi came around, Pelé.
Yeah.
But Spain is too good for me to just give Argentina the win,
true.
despite Argentina being my prediction all along. So I'm going to let you call the side. Do you want the head or the tail?
Tails for Argentina.
You want the tail for Argentina?
Yeah.
So up in the air, Spain is heads, Argentina is tails. The World Cup final being decided upon a coin flip.
This is good content.
I'm gonna let this camera see it first. It's heads, which means Spain wins the World Cup after being the favorites to win it all.
Oh, yeah.
In what would be a great game. So the WSUM bracket prediction for the FIFA World Cup. We believe the favorites are going to win the World Cup.
Only real ball knowledge inside this studio here today.
We spent 50 minutes in the studio just to tell you the favorites to win the tournament are going to win the tournament.
It's about the journey, man, okay? Not the destination.
Very much so, because we predicted
seriously.
a really fun tournament.
Yeah.
We predicted a great tournament. Who else had Mexico going to the quarterfinals?
I believe in them. I mean, it's like you said, you don't get 9 points and be pretenders.
Absolutely. And where we are right now, I think this would be a great World Cup because you would get Holland versus Messi.
Yeah.
You would get Lamine Yamal having to face Morocco. You would have to get Lamine Yamal versus Messi in the final, which that is cinema.
Yeah.
That is absolute
That would
cinema.
be an incredible way to cap off this tournament.
You get France having to face Morocco. You have the United States having to come to beckon with the fact that they are just not as good as Lamine Yamal. And then in the middle of all of that, you just have a nice little Mexico Cinderella run.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, it's perfect. We created a multi-layered narrative around this bracket. It's beautiful.
Yeah, we go through the hero's journey over here. We're someone taking down a peg and we're moving them up and everything's all right.
Yes. Well, I mean, I appreciate all our listeners out there listening to this clueless
And viewers.
and viewers now, thanks to the cameras, listening to this clueless American do his best to pick World Cup teams.
Clueless American, clueless Indian. Fun tournament. How about that?
Exactly.
Well, that's going to do it for I Miss Martin Baseball. My name has been Aniruddh Nambudiri. He has been Will Overbo, 2018 Prime Machine, whatever you want to call him. Will Overbo. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a wonderful rest of your week, Madison, Wisconsin, or wherever you're viewing this from. Take care.